Yo, welcome in everybody right off the bat here. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday, my normal day, but boom. Do forgive me. Hopefully you guys can forgive me. I was feeling rough yesterday, but I'm actually feeling a lot better today. Yesterday was another day where I fell asleep in the middle of the day and woke up in the middle of the afternoon, unfortunately. Been feeling rough, a lot of people know that, but hopefully I think I'm on the mends, maybe? Hard to say for sure. But what I do know is I feel better right now, pretty much. So here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, TF? What's up, Bradley? Oh, maybe my eyes ain't that great. Torners, I think? I couldn't tell if that R and N was an M or if it was, you know, geez. Guess I'm getting old here. Stankfish, what's going on? Smallps, Jake, what's up? Samuel, Rush, what is up? Wicked, Ball, welcome in. So, what do we got here? We have this, almost ready to swap. At 11 right now, so what was the next TZ? I was thinking about doing maybe not full game clears, but like good Terrazone clears. So let's take another sip of coffee and slay. We got an Act 4 one coming up, so Miasmic, welcome in. Enter Hell and the Demon Warlock. Interesting to see your setup. So you're on a demon, strictly demon stuff? That's going to be, actually, to be honest, a lot of the gear and setup and stuff is not super important at this point on the Warlock, but just any gear wrecks everything. But hopefully you're enjoying that. It's gone universal. Wouldn't I prefer a beer right now? Probably not, no. 11 a.m. on a Tuesday? Not sure. I want that right now. Let me actually turn this down a little bit. Seems it's a tad bright. I don't know how it looks, but not feeling the greatest on my eyeballs. Actually looks a little dark now, but we'll lean with it, rock with it, because I don't want to take a chance on feeling worse. And dimmer brights are more likely to feel more better. Oh yeah, let me double check here too. Still on 7, good. The Warlock, I just think like, man, why is it everything dying so fast? Oh yeah, it's just crazy right now. Eagles fan, welcome in, yo. How about them Pistons, by the way, huh? Boo. Way better than Summon Necro, talking about the Summon Warlock? Yeah, probably. Yeah, even on the Warlock, the way it came out, yeah, everything just wrecked straight out the bat. Well, hopefully everything lands good after the tweaks to the build. Hopefully everything lands good. I think it'll be better. It won't be perfect, nothing in the world is, but I think it'll be better. Dark Draco Gaming says it's 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Okay, well, I can guarantee you must not live in Michigan, in the United States then. Wait a second. He's a time traveler. He's in the future. Dalroon. Bizaced. Nice. Gold Magic Find, yo! Like number 14, appreciate you. Don't forget, hit the like button. Gold Magic Find, always good for it. Always good for it. Appreciate you. Don't forget, everybody, hit that like button for me. Come on. Oh, forgot I had so much stuff everywhere. Go get rid of these real quick. Matt, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, the Detroit Pistons had a, maybe not a comeback of the century, but yeah, they had to win 3 straight to take out Orlando. They wrecked those bums. Orlando Magic. Stank says enjoyed the bow video. Thanks for watching it. Appreciate you. Yeah, that was one of those ones that I was like, yeah, I need to link this bow build guide into my drop highlights, and I was like, wait a second, I never did this faux build guide. Like, what is going on here? I have different videos about the Fist of the Heavens Paladin, but I never did the build guides for him. I was like confused. We'll farm a bit with my Amazon late in Nightmare. Just got Trang's gloves in Nightmare Trap. Nice. Good old Trang's gloves. That's always a cool one to find like early on, because you can find it kind of early. That's what's cool about a really, really good item, being able to find it on a playthrough, because man, it's so cool. Like I've found like Mage Fists in normal and stuff like that before, and man, it just makes you feel so cool. Like you just won the lottery, and like it's such a meaningful boost of power from getting, you know, even though I think I found him on a Paladin, but still, like having 20 FCR in your gloves like that on a playthrough, you're just like, oh my god. Crazy. Do we have a time frame for the Warlock changes? So I don't know if they ever said official, but I would assume it's supposed to be the beginning of next season. Eagles fan, yo!
An LV Eagles fan donated $2 through Super Chat. Let's get the party started.
Thank you so much for the $2. I got the. It's not this Wednesday, but I think it's next Wednesday. My summer bowling league starts. So appreciate you. To be honest, it's just kind of that was just kind of a gimmick for me to put in a goal. I haven't put in a goal in a while, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. Why not? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. $2, half of a tall Miller Lite. Ooh. Where are we? Finally found an offline Burr Adams. Yo. Boy, I would not mind finding myself a Burr right now. I'll tell you that much, too. Wouldn't mind. If I could make an Enigma, oh man, I'd be so sick. I forget, is this here and then the River of Flames, or I forget where it's terrorized in this area. Well, it's right here, so I could just, of course, check it. Yeah, okay. We'll do this. Hopefully I at least get, like, a Herald or something. I wanted to get one Herald, and then I'll terrorize an act or something, is what I was thinking. CTF said he came across the clip of me ripping my shirt. Yeah, I gotta plan other ridiculous gimmicks, I guess, because that was so... I obviously planned that, and I thought it was kind of douchey, but also I thought it'd be funny. And, I don't know. Apparently it was funny. Everyone's saying it's funny, but maybe it's like douchey funny, but I'm fine with that. No problem here. But yeah, glad you enjoyed it. Literally, my friends were like, yeah, I pulled that up, and my kids walked by and seen it. And then they wanted me to play it for them again. They thought it was hilarious. I was like, huh. Guess I need to do stuff like that more often. Eagles fan said, I want my $2 back if it was a gimmick. No. I'll probably buy one of them $2 steaks with it. You know what I'm saying? Cook it to well done. No, I'm sorry. It's too early for that. It's too early for that shenanigans. Do forgive me. Now, it's a gimmick, but also... Ooh, I didn't buy... Oh. It's a gimmick, but also I am going to buy beers at bowling. 100%, so. Third jaw of the ladder, huh? Wow, 3 jaws. Crazy. On the ladder. You must have been still playing and still blasting, huh? Still no 4015 Jewel. I mean, I am a full-time Diablo 2 YouTuber. I've found 2 4015s in my life, so. Ever. But yeah. So I wouldn't expect to find a 4015 every ladder. But yeah. Both of them were like... They were about 3 months apart about a year ago, to be honest. But before that, I didn't find any, but yeah. Found a Kuko Shikaku. Putting on your boas on, Bradley. Congrats on that. They buffed Warlock again. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I would have to assume that you are unaware of the actual way that things are being changed and stuff. There, Jordan. So they did a PTR, right? Which is not changes to the game. It is strictly they take the game and they make these changes in a separate server And people just try them out to see how they work, and they decide if they like them or not. So the Warlock in the game of Diablo 2 has never changed since they put it in this season. But yeah. Oh, you know how PTR works. Okay, yeah. They never changed the Warlock. Nope. It's never changed yet. They did the PTR. We've seen with the changes kind of what they were thinking. Then they're going to make a decision, and then the next season, I believe the next season, they haven't said this, but I think that's the plan, is that next season they'll come out with a patch of kind of balancing fixes, we'll call it, for the Warlock. I believe is how everything's going to work. Yeah, like, you gotta eat 12 well-done steaks. That's how you get the new Warlock buff. That is true. That is a fact, by the way. I don't know if anyone knew that or not, but... Mustang, welcome in. The happy Cinco de Mayo. That's a good point. That's a good point. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. It is a holiday of sorts, I suppose. Rune staff, I gotta check that. Marty, welcome in. I'm sure you already mentioned it, but what weapon are you using? I just got a ethereal CV insight. The tooltip damage doesn't matter, so I don't ever even show it to anybody because it doesn't matter. That's a very well, I guess I can't really word this in any way that doesn't sound condescending, so I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, the tooltip damage doesn't matter in Diablo 2. In other, perhaps, Diablo games that have one number higher than 2, it's all that people paid attention to. In Diablo 2, it doesn't matter. Jinx saying Warlock and Paladin OP in every game they play. Are the Warlock and Paladin OP in Diablo 4? Because I haven't played it for many a moons. That is good. Early on here, I don't know how noteworthy that is, but maybe we'll hang on to it. I mean, I'm never going to use that. Who am I kidding? Maybe I would. No, I'm not going to use that. I had heard that the Paladin and Warlock weren't crazy good in D4, but I could be wrong. This is just what I heard in a video, so don't trust everybody here on YouTube, am I right? Welcome in, Ben. Yo. Wife bought London broil to grill as steak. Yeah, I'm not an expert on what a London broil is. Isn't that just a big... It's essentially like just a big hunk of like meat thing. Not an expert. You dropped 4 items? Why did it... There's no other monster there, right? Why did I think... Why is Hephasto? I thought he just dropped 2, like a super unique. Interesting. Haven't played D4, but in a while they are, says Jinx, talking about the Paladin and the Warlock, I suppose. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't play... I just pretty much only play D2. Wait. It's a little bit hard to... I kind of realize it's difficult to stream Echoing Strike sometimes. Because I'm like just blasting, hoping to take stuff out, but I realize I'm not hitting anything. I'm just shooting at nothing while I'm reading chat, and I'm like, oh. And then I start shooting at him again. I did see that the cow level, whatever, in D4 found or whatever, yep. Actually, I didn't really see that. Wow, 551's not bad. I think it's is it 521, the normal max on Archon? So yeah, 30. Well, that makes sense on the math, but... Interesting. I mean, if it was 15, like, it was better, I'd keep it, I guess. But let's go with that. D4 cow level looks lame. Yeah, from what I had heard from a couple people is that it's pretty much just like a meme. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder in D2, I mean, I think it was just kind of intended to be a meme too, but it ended up like, you know, being more than that. Because it was supposed to be good experience and drops, but you're only supposed to be able to run it like one time, right, or whatever. But then people found a gimmick way around it to be able to play it all the time online. I could be wrong here, but that's just how it seems. Good old Duriel show. Oh no, Doc Reaper, your computer took a dump. Lost your offline characters. Devastating, but a restart can be fun as long as you're not too upset about losing everything, but yeah. Oh, Jordan, I'm like, getting a little behind here. Do forgive me. You could do Torments after work with no gear, you say, huh? Talking about Paladin and stuff, I think. See, Ben, got my second John of Cena. Oh, congrats on another Stone of Jordan. Yeah, if you didn't say Stone of Jordan, I would have not have known what you're talking about. Jordan still OP on the Spiritborn, you say, huh? Yeah, I never even played that one either. So I played none of the expansions. Nibble, playing D2R since the Reign of the Warlock, huh? Well, welcome to Diablo 2 Resurrected. Nothing, so Assassin, Sorceress, Necro, Druid, nothing feels good to farm. Interesting. Did you play the Warlock Echoing Strike first, I'm guessing? That's, if so, that's a very common thing I've heard, that people... They used to do that with Mosaic too. They'd come and be like, what's the most powerful build? Mosaic? I'll play that. And then they're like, oh, every character and every build in this game sucks except for Mosaic. And now the same thing with Warlock, kind of. Everything in the game stinks except for Echoing Strike Warlock. It's like, ooh, you haven't played... Oh, you haven't played the Warlock. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, with no gear, it can be a bit of a struggle. The thing is, in D2 is you can't... It's not like how, you know, you go to the end and then you farm the thing that you do at the end. You know what I mean? You have to go to the places that you have to make choices on what build you want to play, and then make choices on where you're going to play, and make choices on the gear you're going to use and stuff. It's not just like in D3 where it's like you get your set and you blast the rifts and then that's what you do, you know? Which they try to make you think that by having terror zones, but you want to stay away from terror zones unless the terror zone is an area that's good for your build that you choose. Terror zones can trick people into, like, especially new players, to think you want to do terror zones. You don't always want to do terror zones. Actually, early on, most of the time you don't. But yeah. Peter, welcome in. Welcome in. We feel it's live. This is true. I am live. Yeah. What's going on? Steakan, I think. Sorry on the pronunciation there. I'm not sure. Welcome there on Twitch. Haven't played since you were a kid. How difficult it is. Back when you were a kid, it was probably more difficult than it is now, to be honest. It's much easier now. But yeah, pretty much you just got to know, like, if you're a cold build, Ancient Tunnels, Stony Tombs are going to be your best friend. Fire builds, Stony Tombs, Eldritch. You know, you can do other things too. You can do Andy Meth and stuff like that. Farm up to get good gear, but it does take time no matter what, so. Let me scroll back up here on YouTube. I'm getting a little behind again. Do forgive me. Do forgive me. If you kill the Cow King, you couldn't make the portal after. Talking about in D2, how it was kind of like a, yeah, why it seemed to me anyways, why it was meant to only play one time, but they didn't really fully think it through. Like, oh yeah, online, someone could just make and leave and then come back into the game, or you just never take out the Cow King. You know? Yeah. Jordan. Oh, there we go. We got some ire finally. Jordan saying the cutscenes and stuff were good, and Marty saying, yeah, they're good at making movies, Blizzard. Yeah, I was kind of a big fan of that, so I kind of want to go back and redo the campaign, to be honest. But it'd be kind of weird now, like, to go back and redo the campaign, but, like, not have any of the expansions. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be that weird, but... Yeah, that was my favorite part of the game, too. I, like, played the game, played D4, and played the campaign. I was like, whoa, this game's pretty good. And then I started doing everything else, and I was like, maybe not. How close to Enigma? Technically, I could find one more Sur rune, and I could make Enigma, so, yeah. Stacking for E. We'll go with stacking then. There you go. Longtime YouTube watcher, Mr. Sensei. Welcome in. Wait. Sunder Charm? I'm joking. It wasn't a Herald, and it's pre all them changes before, but... Oh! 24. I've actually been finding a lot of Geed's Grand Charms, actually. Kind of surprised how many it seems to be. Like, more than I remember. But yeah, that's cool. Early on. I don't need one that bad, though. But... Seems like they're dropping pretty more frequently than I recall. Like, you know, so, yeah. Jordan says the expansion campaign's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'd even buy it, because can't you, if you buy the newest expansion, don't you just kind of get all of the other expansions? I wonder exactly how that works, because technically I have a CD, I have a download key for the first expansion, but I don't know exactly how that works. Marty, you don't know what you're talking about. Sure it does. I thought if you, like, they had one price for the new expansion, like, you don't have to pay 30 for the old expansion, and then 30 for the next expansion, and then 30 for the next expansion, right? But probably if I have a key for the old expansion, I wouldn't get the newest one and the old one. It would only give me the old one, probably. That'd be my speculation, but... And I know I said so many things, it's going to be hard for y'all to even to respond to what I just said, but... That's alright, don't worry about it. How many heralds per Sunder Charm? I have had Pedestine. I've never found a Sunder Charm in my life. Since the Reign of the Warlock, the new way it's been. I have not found one yet, so I couldn't really necessarily tell you. I've, yeah, haven't found any. I only do this full time though. Kermit, yo! That was kind of a sarcastic joke. I'm a full-time YouTuber, but yeah. I've never found one. I'll take that as a compliment, Kermit. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 43 months of this guy. Kermit's not even a Slayer either. You see us? Because he's a legendary Slayer. Ooh. Appreciate you, Kermit. The most generous frog of all time. Crisco, that like button looking a little lonely. Yeah, I know, people nowadays. Hit that like button for me. Ooh, yeah. Appreciate you, Legends, for doing that. Whoops. How come you can't... Oh, what am I doing? Jeez. There we go. It's weird that you can't throw the knife over this little tiny gap. Really? You can't throw weapons over the gap either? Come on. What is up with that? Vivio! Welcome in. Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong. Oh. True Sunder says Baxter found, let's see. Both fire, it sounds like. Yeah, that's one of the problems with it being so rare. Like, I could see it being so rare if it, like, worked for any character, you know, so you only needed to find one. But super rare and you don't know what resistance is going to be. Mainly, though, I wouldn't care if they completely took it out of the game, to be perfectly honest, but... Once you put something like that in the game though, and people get accustomed to it, like new people coming to the game, it's like impossible to take out now. So totally cool. Nice. Oh, not that it's that exciting, because like I'm gonna take out the Herald and it's gonna drop nothing, and it's gonna be no Sunder Charm of course either. So yeah, like always, you know, the first Herald never drops much, so it just is what it is. Maybe I think the next Terror Zone's probably a dumb one. What time we got here? 23. Maybe I'll terrorize like Act 1 or something. Do that. For a new player, should I go Paladin for building it up? So it depends. When you say brand new account, are you talking online or are you talking offline single player? Wait, did I come up this way first off? I think I did. Online, perhaps Paladin is an okay choice. Offline single player, I always recommend going Sorceress, personally. Offline, I would say go with Sorceress so you can automatically have teleport to farm Andy and Meph right off the bat and do lower cross super chest farming. But that is not that's what I always recommend, highly recommend. But it's not the only choice. You can go Paladin as well. Paladin's very powerful. But yeah. That's just my take. Oh yeah. I was going to do Act 1. See, I do have more Act 2s. Maybe I should just use an Act 2, but there's... Well, I guess the Pits is terrorized next. Lut Ghislaine Sewers is coming up. Let's just go Act 2. Act 2 is cool. We'll just start off with the sewers for now. Whatever. Warlock a good starter too. I guess that is true, Baxter. I didn't think about that. Yeah, Warlock's a good starter too, but Novasork just got into hell. It's a beast. Yeah, not generally how I'd recommend to start, but yeah, if you get some Crescent Moon, get going, it's cool. Yeah. The fact that Sunder Charms are all separate in the Crucible also means its functionality impossible to complete. Sunder Charms are separate in the Crucible. Mister, I'm not sure what you mean by that. In the Crucible. I don't know of anything in Diablo 2 called a Crucible. Dividendless says, do not go Barb. Barb's a tough start, yes. Guess I should get out there farming, huh? Maybe I'm gonna take another shot at this stuff. Oh, the Chronicle, probably. Oh, yeah, you maybe got auto-corrected or you just forgot the word or whatever. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Kirk. Welcome in, Kirk Favini. Yo, yo. The Jules Sorkus, the fastest early farming class. Paladin's second most powerful. Yeah, Paladin definitely good. Tons of survivability since you can find in like Nightmare, you can find shields with all that res on it and stuff. Yeah. What's the current Terror Zone? I gotta remember that if I get the Ire of the Herald, I just need to go to some area that's a Garbo Terror Zone and just run around it until a Herald spawns. Gotta remember to do that. Very strange, yeah, the way this was originally set up like this, so. I got a double Ire stack? Okay. Instantly double Ired? Okay, alright. Ooh. You go. Oh, yeah, I gotta remember I have that death mark. Duh! Can you get around the corner? See, Jordan said it played the Barb in D2 like twice ever. Necro maybe 5 times. Ooh. Must not be much of a holy grailer. Or, you know, maybe you just didn't want to. But yeah, the Barb Holy Grail and Hunt Uniques. So, man. Just spectacular. Like, before TZ Andy Meth, before Terror Zones anyways, it was the GOAT. You could probably argue now that, obviously, just, you're almost better off. I don't know about better off, but unless you're rocking every build the way I do and, like, respecking all the time. Yeah. Andy Meth are probably much better, for sure, but still, item find Barb. Duck. Count is coming in clutch. Palmer Mac. Congrats on that one. Anyone know when the next ladder is? So you can do a little math on it. It's usually 4 months from the time the last one started. So if you want to calculate that out, or maybe ask one of the AIs. Woof. I'm gonna do that. I got a 3rd ire? Are you kidding me? Tama Highlands, Monastery. Not really the greatest. Yeah, let's just go around there, because I'm taking out a lot of monsters, but I'm not like spawning in a bazillion. Let's go do the little gimmicky thing to force spawn some heralds here. Since I think I got I think I got 3 stacks right now, which I don't know if I've ever... Maybe once I had 3 stacks before. Wait, I teleported out here, but I didn't force spawn it out here? Where do you force spawn at? Over here? Confused. Must be up over here? Oh. Whoa! I didn't even... Oh, God. That got me a little scared there. Oh, little T-strokes. Okay, something. 4 to skulls. Ah, 3. That's all right, though. Little T-strokes. That was a accidental teleport on my part, I'm going to be honest. Agree. Let's go out here. We'll take some out on the way. But I should have more stacks. I wasn't fully paying attention, I guess, but... Best way to prepare to kill Uber. Take out Ubers. Depends on your build. I mean, usually you just want to go with an Uber Smiter, but there's several other characters, obviously. Current Echoing Strike Warlock can wreck it. Some other ones, you know, Fury Druid, stuff like that, Frenzy Barb. Pretty much you want to be some sort of melee character with Crushing Blow and Life Tap is the most mainest way of easily getting her done. But Uber Smiter's the easiest. Being a barb, the dual wield subject. You have the same root word, both of the weapons. Do they stack? Do the weapons stack? Each strike is each strike. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what stacks that you're asking about, but so not a bad Dusk, I guess. I hate when you see superior and then it's durability. But 444. I forget what the Dust max is. Is it 470? I don't remember. Herald hunting, yeah, used up another stack. Good, good, good. Maybe I'll probably just clear the pits after I find this this bum, and then move on from there. We'll throw that out maybe. 467, gotcha. I was close. Oh, I just spawned another one? I see, I thought I had more stacks. I didn't mean to spawn 2 of them like that. Because I think if you spawn 2 of them, it makes them... Like, if there's 2 up at the same time, they're both the same difficulty or whatever you want to call it. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Of course nothing, because Heralds never drop anything, it seems. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Oh. Oh, wrong button. What about that? Did I get a Warlock torch on single player here? I did not. I had one on online, but I haven't farmed any torches on single player yet. Just didn't do it yet. Where'd you go? There you are. Herald of Fear. I think that's a... The other one was Dread or something, right? I don't remember. Not that it matters. We'll keep this game rocking. Good old Wing Helm though. G-Face. The good one you need. Definitely need that. Speaking of things you need when you're going after Hoopers. Am I right? Ooh. Insist TV. No, no, no. You're definitely not. You prefer D2R over PD2? I definitely agree with that one. But some people like the mods and they like a completely different game. I prefer Diablo 2, but... Palmer dreading moving off of the Nova Scorcerus. Okay. Too much fun to play. Yeah, Nova Sorc is cool. I like not having to aim. This takes a little bit of you know, that way you don't have to, you know, be all sweaty and, you know, lean forward and make sure, you know, the old gamer meme type of situation. I like the gear and power progression of it too, is one of my main things. Like when you're first early on, it's super squishy, and then you get more powerful, and then you get a little bit more survivability, and then a little bit more damage, and then a little bit more. Like, I just think it progresses good, you know? It's not like you get this one item and boom, you wreck. Or like you get up this high and like boom, you wreck. Or, you know, it's just a good, slow, more powerful, more powerful. Well, there's enough going on over here. Got a Warlock Torch. Kirk, congratulations on getting your Warlock Torch. Sounds like you were looking for, hunting for. Congratulations. Oops. Grim 1. Can't remember. Boom's Lament. Dang it, I should have known that one. A Grimmery. Bill, it's actually pronounced Grimoire. It's a grimoire. Ho ho. Craziest thing I ever got off a weapon or armor rack. I mean, hard to say exactly. I've gotten the rarest. I think I got an ethereal bone flame, which is a pretty rare item to get off of a rack. And the fact that it was ethereal makes it like insanely uncommon if you factor that in. I found like I found a Haas before off of a rack. Yeah. I've gotten a Shaco out of a chest before. I think it was a sparkly chest in the pits actually, where I got a Shaco. Don't make the mad Phil what pronouncing things incorrectly on purpose. Grimoire. Or Grimoire. While we're down here, just in case I need to repair stuff, we'll get the gold from some stuff here. Boy, I really need to get a new. That demon guy bugs me. I hate when they have lightning enchant on them. The lightning enchant always. I'm like, oh, there's a champ over there, and I go look. I'm like, oh no, it's my demon that the lightning enchant's coming out, or lightning's coming out of. Devastating. The Bradley found Saigon's par, which completed my set. It bugged your chronicle. Oh no, I thought they fixed that. Maybe you had found it just before they had fixed it or something. Keystrokes. That might be my best keystrokes so far. Might be. Can't remember. Maybe I might have tossed them over on him. Well, no, I don't think I have a Javazan mule thing yet. Okay. Tips for Bill, hell difficulty. So, Sorted Curse. The biggest thing if you're talking about getting through down to the Bale Waves, skip everything. Just run, use your Chelly Staff, and get down to the Bale Waves. And if you get caught and you get taken out, just reset and do it again till you get down to the throne room or whatever. That's the biggest thing. And then the Bale Waves, you can just spin them up. Act 2 or Wave 2 can be a struggle. So look into some tips and stuff on that, pretty much. There's definitely stuff to help you get through that. But gotta stay hydrated, right? What is your gear? I'm not going to go over my full build and showcase everything at the moment. No offense. But I get asked that about every 15 minutes, so I have a build guide down below if you want to see how to make one of these, put them together. Okay. We got 42. That took me way too long. Actually, let me go this way. Talking to Sorted. Okay, my apologies. So Varthmas, I actually haven't taken the time to really play those other ones, to be perfectly honest. Just a tad. I only played them a tad, so can't really give you a full explanation on that. From my understanding, didn't they not make any much like significant changes to those? So I would say they're probably not OP, but like I said, it's not really a super I'm not super knowledgeable, you know, on that, I suppose. Doing good. Attune, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Next ladder reset. Couple of months from now. I don't know exactly. Yeah. Being a Royal Shield, it would need to be mo better. how could a Hammerden ever get wrecked? Well, when you're in hell difficulty and you're like low leveled and you're trying to get through the World Stone Keep and you're getting blasted by souls and stuff, I mean, or mighted, extra fast, cursed, doom, you know, moon lords or whatever, you know, on a playthrough, yeah, definitely you get taken out. Definitely can, oh, guys over here, definitely can happen. Would you try hardcore ladder? No. Hardcore is incredibly boring to play. So. Wouldn't say I never would, but nothing would ever happen. It's illogical that the things that would need to happen for me to play hardcore. Like if Mr. Beast hopped in here and was like, I'll give you $5 million to play hardcore next season, I'd be like, okay. But so I'm not going to say I never would. But yeah. Jason Williams, welcome in. Pokemon fan. Most builds. Let's see. What did you say here? If other builds did double damage, you still wouldn't be half as good as Javazon. I mean, depends what you're looking to do, I suppose there. But Javazon is mega powerful for sure. But if Mr. Beast don't have a level 99 Hamiden. No, I would, if I had to play hardcore until I got a level 99 character, if Mr. Beast gave me $5 million, I'd do it. Really, anybody. What can I say? 20 bucks is 20 bucks, am I right? Unwritten Book of the Road. You'd watch me try to get to 99 on hardcore. Oh boy. Man, hardcore is so boring to play though. I find no joy in playing hardcore. Just none. But yeah, that's just me. Three orts and a helm for 90 to all lightning res. Ooh. Not the dumbest idea I've heard. I remember that playthrough I was doing. I just happened to find a ton of gear that had lightning res on it. Some of y'all will remember for sure. One of the playthroughs I was doing. Just my ring, I had like 18 lightning res. These boots I found had like 32. The gloves had like 25. And I had no fire res. So I took 3 Ral runes I had found and I just stuck them in a helm, yeah. Just for the Act 5 of Hell difficulty playthrough, so I had 90 fire res on the helmet. Just because that's what I needed. Kind of usually what I do with the helmet spot on a playthrough. Just plug in runes to make up resistances that you're lacking. Or I go shop at a vendor and I just keep shopping until I find boots that have the res I need. Sometimes the sad res helm has to be done. Yeah, on a playthrough, really if you have better gear than that on a playthrough, you're playing through way too slow in my opinion. Not that there's anything wrong with it, you can play as slow as you want. You're not a, terrible person or anything, but yeah. Barthmas said I'd still do it for 5K an hour. I mean, I guess I would do that, but how would you, you know? If you pay someone to play through the game by the hour, then it would just incentivize me to play even slower than normal, right? So, I ain't an idiot. I worked in a factory before. I know how this works. Did I end that with a butt, Biv? Sorry about that. Venus, welcome to the Slayer ship. I don't know what those last letters stand for, but that Venus. Thank you so much for the Slayer ship. Appreciate you. Like, oh, pay somebody to play for me, like Elon did with Diablo 4 or whatever, or was that last? What game? Which game was that? I forget now. I should do that, really. That's what I need to do. I need to get my daughter to learn to play this and start paying her to do it. Wait, why did I not max that out before? Anyways. Path of Exile 2, there you go. Slipping my mind which one it was. Yeah, that was a weird circumstance. Like, why the richest man in the world is paying somebody so he could be like, look how good I am at this game. Look, I'm a real gamer, man. I don't know, why would you do that? You're the richest guy in the world, bro. I don't know. Strange. But yeah, anyways. Pat, no speedrunning, then hello all. Not sure what you mean on that exact thing, but well, hello, welcome in. If you're saying if you're just looking for somebody playing the game and not speedrunning, then you're in the right place, I suppose. Maybe that's what you mean. Yep, nope, just out here blasting some terror zones on offline single player, high players counts, hoping to get lucky on something. Been using the 2 magic rings for the sorceress for a while. A 14 all res and a magic find one. Oh, 14 all res is magic find. Okay. Hey, if they're working for you and you ain't got better yet, for sure, for sure. Marty up a minute ago when we were talking about for Elon, money doesn't make you cool. I mean, you kind of does. You can just pay people to be around you and pretend like you're cool. Like, isn't that the same thing? Oh no, pretending, there's nothing less cool than pretending you're really, really good at a video game. I don't know. That seems even less cool than just not being good at it. I don't know. From Vietnam, and I really enjoy watching your videos. Appreciate you. Very helpful. Thanks for watching. Oh, 44 res is one off of perfect, very low on the requirements. So not the greatest base, but this is, I mean, considering the high res on there, that's almost the 45. That's cool. Didn't realize how good magic rings could roll. Okay, I'm picking up Shutting Down. So we'll keep it. Yeah, I wish it was a different base, kind of, sort of. Well, 126 Rondash. You want it to be, what's the other one? Why is my brain... Rondash, you want it to be Tarj, right? Tarj, there you go. But that's good, though. That's good, though. Strength requirement only 59. Kind of cool. Let's get out here again. We're in the pits, right? Yeah, I did do that. Players count. Chicho, we're on 7. Oh, I get you now, Pat. If someone paid me to play, then I definitely would not be speed running through the game. No, 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 no. I'd be like, hey, everybody, let's go do Blood Raven quest. Hexproof, yo, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you. I'd be like, we better rescue those barbarians from the, you know, we better, what other worthless, what's it? I'm trying to think of some other worthless quest. But yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube. Help a brother out. That's me, by the way. Help me out. Hit that like button on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, if I got paid by the hour to play D2 like that, boy, I'd be like, look, guys, we can't go after Vale until we're level 99. And we have to do it all on Players 1 difficulty just to make sure. Just so it's fully legit. That's the real good challenge in the game. We don't want to... Better believe it. I mean, if somebody actually did pay you by the hour to play Diablo 2, I mean, come on. They deserve to get scammed out of their money at that point, am I right? Like, by the hour? Come on. That's not very smart. Normal Countess until 30's odds. For $10 million. Challenge accepted. Mythic Malice, welcome in. Through the frozen ore. Okay. Getting this, whatchamacallit over here. Oh, I want to take out all these monsters, huh? Yeah, Mario, I did kind of realize that after I said the Barb quest, I was like, wait a second, actually people sometimes do that. Let me think of a dumber quest, and I couldn't think of a dumber one. Blood Raven's one that people definitely never do, right? Not literally never, but it's commonly skipped, we'll call it. How about the Neelithat quest on the playthrough? There's one that people always skip, right? Mythic. This is Echoing Strike Warlock. Echoing Strike Warlock. Oop. Let's check this side. Maybe I shouldn't have. Never mind. Couple champs over here. Cool, cool, cool. Where they're all hiding, apparently. Got my single player Warlock to 97 yesterday, Tanner. Congratulations. Get as much experience before he's nerfed. Even after the nerf, the Warlock's still going to be pretty good in my opinion, because it was still doing reasonably well, and and they're not. I have a feeling that they're gonna. I don't know this, but I have a feeling they're gonna not leave it how it was in the PTR, and it's gonna be somewhere between where it is now and what it was in the PTR, I think. Just because of the massive outrage of everybody when they lowered it down to being approximately the same power as other builds in the game. You have a guide, correct? Yeah. So it's a little bit different for putting links on Twitch, but I got a link in the YouTube description, but of a budget build guide, and I go over a bunch of other things. So yeah. Crisco says we got to figure out the name for our personalization quest. Yeah. That one's so easy though, and a lot of times it does get skipped a lot, but a lot of times too it's like if you come across it by accident, you might as well go do it. And then in Act 1, you know, you can get some boots and stuff. I do skip that one quite a bit though. Oh, I forgot about that waypoint down here. You want me to go over all of my gear? So yeah, every like 5 to 10 minutes I get asked to go over my full gear. I got a build guide for a budget build in the description, which is sort of what I got going on here. Thanks for watching the vids though, appreciate you. Such a problem skipping things, says Arzak. Like skipping any of the quests and stuff. I get you. I used to be like that sometimes, but I guess when you play a game enough like times over and over, you kind of get used to skipping stuff. I know the first time I played through an Elder Scrolls game or something, I'd be like that. Ancient's Way, Icy Cell. I don't really like that, but yeah, every time I come across them and they're like, these stinking rats are messing with my turnips, and I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta go take these rats out, you know. They hide in my cellar at night and I can't take them out, and then they come out and they ruin my turnip crops. Help me out. I'm like, okay. Guess I'm waiting till nighttime and I'm gonna go take out these rats. Yeah, for Diablo 2, I have no problem skipping stuff. Come on, game, you can do it. I would like to find at least one Sunder Chime before the change or whatever. Find the one Sunder Chime in the old way. I can't believe I haven't just blasted for 2 weeks straight on player 7 or 8 or something, but yeah. I'd like to find one at least, huh? Let's see. End of that. Oh, sell that for the gold. Miasmic said you like doing the Blood Raven, then you go after the Mausoleum and Crypt. You like farming down there? It's okay. I mean, Mausoleum's 85, I know. I forget what the other one is. 83, 84. But on a playthrough, I would skip that personally. Pat saying lots of heralds need good luck. Yeah, this is true. This is accurate. I would like to get some good luck. How many? I think I've had 3 or 4. I think the next herald should probably be a 5, but...
At Skypro1 donated...
Yo!
Super chat. New to your channel, week, Bing watching. Thanks,
You're
thumbs up.
Bing watching it. You missed a letter, dot. Let's roast him in... No, I was joking. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Skypro. Appreciate you. Very kind of you. Thanks for watching all the vids and stuff, too. Yeah, Gold Magic Fine saying Mausoleum good, mostly skeletons. Yeah, they are slow, weak, dumb monsters, that's for sure. They're just very spread out, not very dense. You know, there are a lot of packs of like 2 monsters here, 3 monsters there, 2 monsters here. That's why I don't really like it, but... they are generally easy, right? You know what I never thought about? What is the Mausoleum, Wait, there's maybe... Is there carvers in there sometimes, or are they all undead? Wait, carvers would be demons anyways. Like, would that be an okay foe place? Kind of, sort of. And by okay, that's a very liberal use of it, because like I said, I know the density isn't all there, but it technically 85 area, the mausoleum, but... Got a burr on in the crypt on a playthrough. Ooh, crazy. Yeah, I know it's mostly skellies and zombies are the ones I can think of off the top of my head, but I don't remember what, if there's got to be at least 3 monster types, right? I don't know if that's like mandatory or if that's just, I don't know, but... Alright, let's go hit this. The best place to farm in the game. Boy, look at this map on a playthrough. Ooh, for hell difficulty. Imagine if you didn't know to turn right. Oh my gosh. And you came out here, turned left. You're like, hey, I heard underground you always have to turn left. Isn't that correct? But here you just turn right, and you'd have to go all the way over here, and then you realize you're going the wrong way. Gross, bro. Boy, even though this is like straight line damage, so it's like kind of cool in here, it's still kind of bad. Few carvers sometimes, says Gold Magic Shrine, talking about the mausoleum. Gotcha. Which those are also demons now, so you can take those out with your foe. Yeah, I've really over the last like bit, I've kind of steered clear of the mausoleum and stuff, just because it's so lack of density relative to like other areas. Oh, neck little crack. Much better. Oop. Hit the wrong button. That's all right. Whoop. All right. Back all the way across. Get down to the next area. Maybe I'll just telly from like room to room, you know what I mean? Because these are kind of more open, I can actually take them out. That might be the strat here, actually. Just jump like, and if you come across something, I could stop and take it. Take a good line like this, but... The corridors and stuff are just too annoying. What? Whoops. Just spamming town portals. Like a boss. Up a minute ago, Sam L. saying you're due for some good luck after those chaos runs. Yeah, that was disappointing. They weren't the fastest runs in the world, but I mean, I feel like enough runs. I mean, I did get a high ruin, but like, was a bit rough on the luck, but you can't win them all. After how some of the luck's been going. Like, so, that's the thing too. Sometimes I get oh, look at these He's look at it. Nobody finds stuff that good. You know, he's like cheating or whatever. And then other times I want like the Cast Sanctuary, and they're like, "Why would you even post this? You didn't even find anything." And I'm like, "Okay, well, can't make everybody happy, am I right?" Sometimes I don't find nothing. Sometimes I find good stuff. Either way, somebody's not happy. The internet, am I right? It's all good though. All good though. Ooh, 1 to Warlock. What am I using here actually? Oh yeah, of course I'm gonna use that. Never mind. The amulet tried. It did. It did. If it was even 2 skills, I could make an argument for it, right? Or maybe a... But yeah, oh, well, yeah, Terrorized, well, yeah, it's high enough level that it would have had 2 skills. Level 91 TC. Had to do a little thinking with the brain healer right there. Brain healer. Thinking with my brain healer. I don't know where that came from. Pretend I didn't say that. But what I did say is, hit that like button. Sweat hog. That's a good way of putting it. I like the way you put that. Okay. 12:10. Not what I meant to do. Found an FA mess. Arachnid's mesh, you must be meaning there. Pat. Okay, I got a good tip for you though. If you're gonna use that, don't get hit. Do not avoid getting hit at all costs, okay? Little tip from me to you. That's devastating. Luckily for me, don't want to jinx myself here, but I don't believe in jinxes. When I needed an Arachnid's mesh, my first one has not been ethereal yet, but really it's statistically unlikely. Oh, a 40 to life skiller, passive and magic. Why couldn't that be a Java, bro? Come on, bro. Oh well, it's cool though. Still cool. Still hype, still exciting, but passive magic not the most used, that's for sure. Valk Amazon incoming? Valk Amazon incoming? Summons on? Yeah, still good for sure. Don't want to be a whiny baby, yeah, for sure. GG for PvP? I bet it is. I bet it is. I had heard some people use them for PvP. I don't follow too much, but... What, so obviously it probably helps out for, like, the stuff down the middle, right? Oh, boy, he's got annihilated. What happened here? I know I didn't battle her up, but... So is it mainly for that, the crit and the dodge and stuff? Help out with that? Crisco says, legitimately mind-blown right now. Oh, because... Oh, I didn't see Crisco there. You found a Arachnid's mesh just after we talked about it. Nice. You know what? You know what I found right after we talked about it? That a lot of y'all didn't hit the like button on YouTube. Yashmax! You make sure you guys YouTube hit that like button for me. Appreciate you. That and the Velk, says Marcus. Gotcha for the... This. Man, that's disappointing. Like, cool and all that is, like, one you want for PvP, but... I hardly ever PvP on offline single player. Like, rarely. So... But when I do, I never lose. Undefeated, never lost on offline single player PvP. True story. Stupid leapers. What's going on here? Okay. Sorry. Isaac says, I need to hit that like button. Hopping from Twitch over to YouTube to hit the like button? That's true legend status right there. That is true a legend status. Ancient tunnels. Sure. Valerie cannot read that. I don't know what language that is. Looks like some kind of Bulgarian, Russian, something. But you know, I cannot read that. Wait, let me guess from my GeoGuessr skills. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look like, it looks like Bulgarian or something. I'm guessing you're from Bulgaria. Let me know in the comments. I've been half tempted to get GeoGuessr again because kind of miss playing it. Little GeoGuessr. Russian spy. Could be. Heart. Yeah, feeling a lot better. Not perfect or anything, but I think it's getting a little better. Bow Smiter Paladin is good for Ubers. Yeah, so Paladin is going to be good for farming Ubers. You can to tell you exactly what to do, take me a second here. My recommendation would look up a FOH Smiter Pally, because you can easily just pretty much put 1 point into Smite, 1 point into Fanaticism, and you can go do Ubers with, like, just swapping out your gear. So. What's the Sork chest? Sork chest. I don't know what you mean by that. Like, well, I guess you would be asking mostly what type of armor would you want to use on a sorceress? If so, it would depend on the build you're choosing. Viper Magi, Stealth. Look up what those are. Even Enigma, because it's so sick. Best Sork piece, not Enigma. Probably Viper Magi. Who needs gold? 80, bro. Under most circumstances, yeah, it depends on the build. That is true, but most circumstances, anything under like Enigma, I guess you could say chain Fortitude. Got the FCR. That's what hardcore Sorks use or something. But for me, 95% of the time I'm using Viper Magi if I don't have Enigma, or if I'm not using Enigma on a Sork. Personally. Get out of here, Dark Elder. Boom. Ripped. Been a minute since I got another Herald here, huh? Herald, where are you? Also, where's the next way to go? Oh, it's over there? Wait, who goes over that way? Chumps, that's who. Valerie Mandrakin. Yo! Thank you for the Slayer ship. Oh, appreciate you. Very kind. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're a legend. Adam, so between Infinity for your, like a Nova Sorceress or Enigma, I would always kind of recommend do Enigma. Just my take, just my opinion. I think that being able to play all the different builds and stuff and like open up their efficiency a ton is way more like enjoyable than just making your Nova Sorceress more powerful. Personally. Ismayer, welcome in, yo. Hopefully you're doing good. Boy, that was some good aim right there. Just shooting like 5 times, hitting nothing. Whoops, meant to do that. See, Everett saying, for your opinion of starting a new account, fastest, cheapest way to be able to farm anything. Smite Pally with Grief. Anyone else? I would not do that personally. I would definitely start Sorceress. Then do LK right off the bat. And then you could make Grief, Call to Arms, Heart of the Oak, all within like a week, guaranteed, essentially. If you play a reasonable amount of time. We'll call it this. Within like 25 hours of gameplay, you could probably make all of that stuff almost guaranteed. Nothing's ever 100% guaranteed. So, and then go on to other things. That's what I would recommend doing. But yeah, each their own, of course. Whoopsie. Adam said he's patient and play way more than I should, so hopefully I don't need to be too patient. Took you a week and a half to get those 1,600 runs down. That's not, yeah, that's quite a bit of playing for sure, for like average Joe. No good. We gotta check the Ogre though. Ooh. Right? Am I right? Ooh, cruel ethereal. Oh. Next time. Kick. Ha, yeah. Pointless sign. I'm just being dumb. What did you decide to play? Oh, why did I? I thought that people would want to see it. I thought people would want to watch the Echoing Strike Warlock. Pretty much. And it is busted, and I kind of wish there wasn't busted stuff in the game, but it is in the game. I thought people would want to play it, watch it, and this will be the last time I'll play it because it won't exist in it ever again in this state. So, but yeah. Also, don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube for me. Appreciate y'all. It's called a segue. Sork then Smiter. Yeah, Ever. That's kind of what I would say. for exactly what you said there because of the teleport and stuff. Yeah. Yep. Went online for a bit. Was not online for a bit. I noticed the devs have tweaked the Warlock damage. Not yet. All they did was run a PTR to see what they may or may not want to do for next season or changes to the Warlock, because it's pretty obvious that it's like just completely busted, of course. But when you can just take like an insight and like, I do have some good gear here, but no skillers, no torch, you know, then just like wreck players, like max level terror zones, wreck Ubers, wreck everything with no gear. Let's go with this one, sure. A Grimory, let's go. Another Elder Staff, Budget Enigma. I do already have one on swap there, but you got to get one of these super early on for sure. Oh, Adam, you say you got 3 Sirs and a Burr, so oh yeah, definitely. The only purpose for Sirs is to cube them to Burrs and Jots, so yeah, definitely for sure. Giorgio, welcome in. Watched a few of my YouTube videos. Thank you, appreciate you. Thanks for watching them. Hopefully they helped you out / you enjoyed them. One of the two, depending on which style of video you watch. What did they do with Mosaic? Yeah, so they removed it from ladder. I seen someone mention that already, but so they removed it from ladder, but you can make it on non-ladder and offline single player, I believe. So yeah. Yeah, whatever. I don't really like this area. I didn't know I didn't like it, but now I do know that I don't like it. Ooh, a little Monarch. I love this area. Let's go. Good old Storm Shield. Classically awesome item right there. Classically good item. Ooh. I've found quite a few of these. This is, you know, there's always like that item that you're like, you find way more of than you thought you did before. The number of Storm Shields I've found since this offline single player started, surprising. Because realistically, this is like, I actually don't know. Is a Storm Shield more uncommon than a Shaco? I feel like it is. But I've found way more. I've probably found 10 of these already, huh? I think I found like 10 of them already. Shaco's like 1. I think I only found 1 of them. Max life skillers, 45 to life. Yeah, they've kind of always, well, long story, but yeah, you can get up to 45 life on a Grand Chime. Yep, along with a skiller as well. Is WL Warlock still worth playing ladder? Trying to make sure I understand. Sometimes people put acronyms and stuff when I don't know what they mean. Is it still worth playing ladder? There's going to be way less people on there nowadays, but it's going to be up to you, I guess. No way of knowing, Everett, if Switch is worth it for D2. Not sure. You have to ask. Guess it depends how much mobile playing you want to do of Diablo 2. I've heard some people say that's awesome, but then I don't know. It's going to be all up to you on how much you want to spend and stuff. Ooh, Spender. Marius said, time for season 14. Highly motivated, but I want to find a Sunder. Yeah, hopefully they get that nailed down to a good spot. I don't know. I don't even know what a good spot's going to be, because it's tough to go from several seasons of the game of just like, you get this item for free for nothing, and then they change it to And I'm not saying it's good or bad or either way. I'm not making a stance on that either way at the moment. But it's just tough for people to wrap their head around where once you beat the game, you got every Sunder Charm perfect for free, automatically, instantly at ladder. To go from that to it's now hard to find, you know? But yeah. Ideas when the new upped drops. Not sure what you mean about that. Not sure. Agree. Fine. Yeah, I would just recommend people not to use these random shorthands for things. Because people use them for everything, and then I'm like, I never know what they mean. Like, people put ES, and I'm like, how about that ES build? And I'm like, energy shield? You know, like, how about that LPDPIS? And I'm like, I don't know what that means. You know. I'm a boomer, don't forget that. BRB? What are these newfangled shorthands? I'm not supposed to know what this means. Kids these days, am I right? Yeah. What did you write there? Let me get my bifocals on so I can see it. I got one of those telephones with those gigantic let numbers on it so I can see them without my bifocals on to be able to dial. True story. Any new Sunders yet? No. I have, since they changed the Sunder Charms for the Reign of the Warlock, I have never found a Sunder Charm yet. I have not found a single one. Oh, Herald Hunting. There we go. This is it right here, actually. This is the one. This is the one. The craziest thing is I think after an hour and a half, I've finally gotten to the tier 5 Herald, I believe. Shaco, but it's the wrong color. Okay. Oh, gosh. Did I really just do that? Teleport away. Ugh! We saved it! Let's go! Boy, that was a really, really unfortunate choice to teleport out there like that. Guys, that is called professional Diablo 2 player right there. I'm just going to be honest. So if you guys ever thought I wasn't good at Diablo 2, now you know how good I really am. Oh my gosh. Where is the stinking... Is he over here? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Herald of Terror. That means tier 5, right? No good. I can't believe I did not die right there. I cannot believe I was trying to swap weapons and teleport so frantically. You guys seen me because I have the sling ring on. I was like, and because I kept casting the portal, it wouldn't teleport. It wouldn't swap weapons because of the animation delay or whatever. Just spamming full rejuves. I grabbed one here too, so I used 7 full rejuves there while I was spamming it, trying to not to die. That was fun. That was fun. I'm gonna clip that one and I'm gonna look at it for my highlights for my video, and I'm gonna be like, why did I leave this in here? I'm not gonna remember. Never doubted you, not even close. I know, right? Never a doubt. Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize. I could put a shield on the other hand with this Nage's Puzzler. Why did that never cross my mind? Why am I so dumb? I never even thought about that. Because it obviously uses two-handed. You teleport with this shield. Why did I not think of that? I'm not very smart. Not that it's a huge deal, but you could always have, at least you would have a, you know, you could get more FCR, or just in case you were teleporting and got hit or something, you could, you know, because my resistances all drop. I could put something over there to keep those up. That's not very smart to not do that. That was funny? Yeah, it was funny. Definitely, I wasn't scared at all at any point. I never thought I was going to get taken out. I was confident at the whole time that I was going to be fine. I think my blood pressure just skyrocketed there for a second. Good luck for us, chat, that he didn't die yet, because this is hardcore. I have to start all over again. Your hair fell out? Because I was so scared. Could have been. Gizmo, you have a question? I always check your YouTube and I see a lot of posts of you. What do you, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but if you got a question, I guess if it's not too long to answer, I can answer it for you. Let's go drop all these little gemmies off, huh? Are people still botting 32020s? I don't know how much the botting is still going on. I mean, it is. I'm not saying it's not, but I feel like it was down a ton this season because of different measures they put in. But I'm assuming at some point they'll, where did that? Yeah, that they'll, you know, come around. It's an arms race, right? So. What demon are you using? I definitely have the what's his name? Hephasto with the curse, you know. For the time being, while you can still do that. Favorite metal band? Tough to pick favorites. And I'm very liberal when whenever someone asks metal band, don't be that person who's like, technically, Phil, that's not metal. Don't do that one. So, just music of the rockish type genres. Now, always got a soft spot for Silverstein. Listen to them forever, or like Atreyu from back in the day, the Curse and stuff. But for slightly more modern, not the most modernist, but Motionless and White I listened to quite a bit lately. But yeah. Don't listen to as much music as I used to be honest. Like, regularly, I should say. Good luck at Trav there, Everett. Sounds like that's what you're doing. Good luck. Where'd I find all my different stuff? Gizmodo asked up a minute ago on Twitch. Play a ton. A whole bleep ton. That's where you find them. Everything's got a different place that's kind of better for it, but Sam says, I was waiting for someone to say it's not metal. Yeah, I know. I don't even... The thing is, I don't know what bands are actually technically this is metal, but technically this is not. And that's not metal. That's post-hardcore, Phil. That's actually California emo, Phil, or whatever. Like, I've never even heard of that. What are you talking about? You know, that's it. I hate when people hit me with that. I'm like, I don't care. Best way to level up a druid from 0. Go fire off the bat. Act 4 nightmares. I'd switch into wind druid. Beat the game. Take out monsters until you get to level 99. Pretty much. Hit them. I kept missing him. Miss. He's running side to side on me. Jeez. Oh. Sorry, my ear started ringing a whole bunch all of a sudden. Devastating. Do heralds reset if you save and exit? Yes, they do. Yep. Like it resets to the tier 1, which the tier 1 and 2 heralds have a much lower chance of dropping a Sunder Charm than the higher ones. Like I don't even know how much less, but it's like 20 times less or something. Let's see, probably talking about playing through with the druid. You were going straight into the wolf, like, yeah, gotcha. Transform into the wolf and like fury or something. Yeah, melee is always going to be harder in the playthroughs for sure. Pretty much with almost every character, if you have a fire build, fire just seems to work out this way, that you go into fire until you get to Act 4 of Nightmare, and then you swap into something else usually. It's kind of the safe play all the time. It's even worth farming Sunders right now, or should you just wait till the update? Worth it. See, the idea of quote unquote worth it, it's like impossible thing to answer, I guess. I'll put it this way. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I would not... Like, I'm not necessarily even trying to find a Sunder right now, but I also kind of am. But I'm also not. You know what I mean? Like, because Terror Zones are, you know, experience. They're some of the best experience in the game. Once they're high enough level like it is now, I could find every single unique in the game here for Holy Grailing. You know, there's reasonable density in a lot of these areas, so yeah, like runes, runeward bases, like everything, you know what I mean? So realistically, you never want to try to farm. Realistically, you never want to go to only find Sunder Charms, you know what I mean? like ever. You're always going to be trying to find everything, you know what I mean? Forever, LNO, you always go as high as you can, you say. Players 8, then do bosses on P1 as high as you can go. Not a terrible idea, yeah. I definitely swap around the players' counts. I usually only do that early on, though. Like, Act 1, 2 stuff, do higher players' counts, and then I'll get high enough level, and I'll play through the whole game. And then I'll swap it up to higher players' counts to, like, either do Bale Waves or to farm Eldritch over and over again to level up, and then I bump it to P1 and play through the game again. That's just how I do. Yeah. Explain Sunders and Heralds. That's a long ask. So, I mean, boy, it depends how in-depth you... I mean, essentially, I'm going to do it very not in-depth, just a general overviewness. You keep farming Terror Zones over, like, you keep staying in a game and taking out monsters in Terror Zones until a Herald spawns. Heralds have a chance to drop a Sunder Charm. There's a lot into the chances. I'm not going to explain it fully. I have 20-minute videos explaining exactly how it works. But yeah. Pretty much it. And currently, as the game is now, only Heralds can drop the Sunder Charms. Sunder Charms break immunities, and it's kind of a lot to explain with that, too, so... Yeah, for both of those, for fully explaining Sunder Charms, what they are, what they do, how to find them and everything, that's like a 20-minute to 30-minute YouTube video. Like, to touch every single piece, but... Like how this guy's immune to cold. If you're a Blizzard Sorceress and you want to be able to break his immunity, you gotta get yourself a Sunder Charm. Specifically a cold rupture, a latent cold Sunday, I guess you'd call it. I forget exactly what it's called, but you know. Yeah. Unless you're a Warlock, then you can just P8 the whole game with no Sunder Charm. This is true. That is true. Echoing Strike Warlock is, yeah. It can just do anything in the game, no issue. Let's chop back here. I forgot to get more scrolls, apparently. Hello. Not enough gold for that, bro. Yeah, I haven't really been picking up a lot of gold, have I? Still got a ton of charges. I'm gonna have to start grabbing some stuff here and there, which is annoying. Sam found one Sunder Charm since the update. On P8, solo offline, Warlock is up to 99. Yeah, this would, it's kind of the same here, minus the one Sunder Charm. I did online full games with other players, and then I also have done, did a few full game clear solo online. And I've done a little bit, you know, offline single player here too, and haven't seen no Sunder Charms, so. Okay. A quick extra telly there. Yeah, whatever. Had a lot of Heralds, lots of good drops, no Sunder Charm. I've pretty much never gotten anything good off of a Herald, to be honest. Probably like those T-strokes I got were probably the best. I think I might have got a Haas off of a Herald. But yeah. I've pretty much never gotten anything great off. Like, I've never gotten a Griffin's Eye or a Arachnid's Mesh or anything like that. Or like a D-Web or something. Meng Song's Lesson, nothing like that. What procs the Heralds? Taking out unique monsters and champions in Terror Zones. So essentially, every time you take out a unique or whatever in a Terror Zone, there's a 2% chance it'll get Ire of the Herald. Oh. And then you have to... It's a long story. But yeah. In my opinion, I think the upgradable Thunder Charms should stay as rare as they are now and add back in the old ones again. So have the old Thunder Charms, and then with a very low chance of getting one of the new ones. Them being one of the new ones, maybe. I don't have a problem with that, as long as the new Latent Thunder Charms aren't found the way that they are now. I just find it hard to believe that it's like I said earlier, like it's tough to have an item go from, I don't know, doing full game clears, like, man, tough. I hate, really, like I'm doing Terror Zones here, but I like don't really like doing this. I don't want to do full game clears. This isn't like how I want to play. And to completely lock an item behind doing something that takes so many dozens of hours of just like, I don't know. I don't like the way it is personally. But each their own. You get a herald about every 4 unique monsters raced? What? No, you don't. That's just not. That's not possible. There's a 1 in 50 chance of getting get the Ire of a Herald when taking out a unique monster, and then after you get an Ire, then the Herald actually spawns on just a random monster pack that spawns into the game. But yeah, for you to get a 25% chance for you of getting like the Ire is astronomically so far above the averages that it's not possible. I wouldn't even say that's like good luck. I would just say it's not possible. I think maybe you're misremembering the numbers there, Race, is what I would say. Like, I haven't... How long you guys think it's been since I've gotten a Herald now? Has it probably been like 50 minutes of me clearing almost all of Act 2 here? I guess I had one at the Arcane Sanctuary. There we go. Yeah, I probably get like doing a full clearing all of Act 2. I don't know, what have I gotten? Probably 3 Heralds so far in the last like almost hour. So yeah. Adam's got a griff off of a T2 before. Congrats on that, I suppose. Yeah, they're high enough level to drop stuff and whatnot, but yeah, you don't really see enough of them. Like doing a solo offline single player P8 through the game because you need the higher players count to get the have a higher drop chances and stuff. You might see 15 Heralds in 2 hours. Like how long you think, like right here I'm just doing Act 2 and it's been, I'm doing Act 2 and then when a good Terror Zone pops up for a different area I go farm it. With Echoing Strike Warlock, the most busted build in the game. No Enigma though, so it's slightly slower than a fully decked out. yeah, only seeing like 2 or 3. It's the equivalent of doing like 2 or 3 Terrorize Mephisto runs an hour, is what doing full game clears is equal to. Which is pretty crazy when you stop to actually think about it. God, my freaking ear, bro. Give me one quick second. If I push on my ear, it makes it feel better. Players 8 so overrated. Well, if you want to get like Thunder Charm and stuff, it's almost required. The amount of different that the players count changes. The Thunder Charm drops. Crazy. Not that it matters too much, because like it's probably not super important to farm for a Thunder Charm right now since they're going to change it, but content creator wise, I wouldn't mind finding one here. I wouldn't mind finding one. Like, I don't want to go down as like, yeah, I never even found a Thunder Charm until they had to change them and make them much more common, you know what I mean? Jeez, that's what's going on. Eat your well done steaks, he says. Take care of yourself. Yeah, definitely. Listen to your doctor. Doctor, I wonder... G-Stacks, do you ever ask your doctor if you should eat meat cooked to rare? I bet your doctor will tell you not to do it, because it's I bet your doctor will tell you not to do it. Rare meats. Wet Leaf says the one thing you don't like is the heralds resetting when you save and exit to a new game. Let's see. How was it set up in the new PTR? I forget. I actually completely forget, to be honest. They did change something with that to where, I mean, I never found a Sunder in the PTR, but to a way that would seem, oh yeah, they were spawning the heralds like mega quick. For some reason in the PTR, they had it set up to where the heralds would force spawn instantaneously, like mega quick, the first 2 of them. Which I'm not sure why. Instead of just making them spawn more often, they force spawn the first 2. And then the last 3 would spawn differently. But then they made all the heralds have the same drop odds. So I'm not sure. For the Thunder Charms anyways. I wasn't exactly sure why they decided to try that in the PTR. Not that it's guaranteed to happen that way in the game, but just why they tried that in the PTR the way it was. G-Stacks coming through slinging hockey pucks. I know, right? Pat said solo online trying to get heralds. You got 3 today. 3 heralds. Yeah, you can get them occasionally. You can get them. I think the few different full game clears I did, I got like probably like 24 heralds, something like that in a full game clear. But I got 7. The one time I kept track the first time I did it. I got 7 heralds in Act 1, 7 in Act 2, and then all of Act 3 I didn't. I got 1 or I got none. Act 4, I got a couple. Act 5, I only got a couple of them. A few. Wet Leaf says, get a new doctor if he says not to eat rare steaks. Well, most of the time I feel like they're not going to tell you to eat rare steaks because it's like, you know, you're supposed to cook your food to you know, not kill yourself. To not get sick. I already know what you're going to say. The bacteria on the outside gets taken out. You just need to cook it, blah, 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 this and that from the sear. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying already. Cooking it to 120 is going to kill everything. I get it. Turn your doctor into steak. I would not recommend that. I would not recommend that. Yeah, beef tartare. Let's go! Pat said get tired of TZs all the time. Yeah, right? This is true. Yeah, that's what with Terror Zones, I just kind of get tired of not being able to choose where I want to go, really. I have to keep going, oh, here, then I have to go to this other garbage area, then I have to go to this other garbage area. Not that this is garbage area, this exact one here, but, you know, you got to go farm all these areas you don't really want to, and there's only like 2 builds that can farm Terror Zones unless you have the best gear in the game. Like, if you start off with a Blizzard Sorceress, like, how are you going to do Terror Zones? Or if you start off as a Fireballer, or... you know, you want to play a Fury Druid. How can you farm Terror Zones, right? Like... okay. Let's go back to town real quick. Dark Woods Underground Passage. Let's go! Parasites on the inside. Good luck. No such... parasites are fake news anyways. I don't think parasites even exist, really. Prove to me right now that parasites exist. Bet you can't. See, told you. Keep some of these up. Just to make some room. Whoops. Oh, hit the wrong button. We'll get them all under 80. Why not? That'll be our 82. Anything under 82 stand. I don't want to keep doing that. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, I used one of the shards to terrorize a full act, so that's why I'm like just going through all of Act 2 and clearing everything out. Yeah, I'm about to. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll clear out. I didn't see how many different. How many more tombs I need to finish here, so I'll have to see. I'll go do that one here in a minute. $99 of everything. Yeah, I already had to make a mule for a gem mule. Actually, you know what? Terror Zone 91. I need to start saving brand charms as I find them now, because that's high enough level. I've been high enough level for sure to get 45 to life on them. So I gotta remember that. No, teleport. Must remember. Fishaholic says, only losers don't hit the like button on YouTube. I know, right? I know. This is true. I don't want to be mean to nobody, but you really are a bum if you don't hit the like button on YouTube. Does Bind Demon go off your character level? No. No, the demon's life and stuff is based upon what demon you got. I don't remember exactly. Is it always? I don't remember. I think it's always players 1, but you can get terrorized once. But I think they revert to P1, I think, at the moment, is how it works. Don't quote me on this. Do not quote me. I'm trying to remember. Someone else have to answer that for you, I guess. I can't recall, actually. Killing level 5 Herald right now. Wish you luck. Well, if you're Echoing Strike Warlock, you'll be fine. See Brennan up a minute ago. Sorry, getting behind every once in a while. Level 89 Warlock. Masterism Curse Tefasto. Your goat's own with your Might Merc on there too? Nice. Good old Goatman. Yeah, I had set one up. I did a kind of a build, you know, with the goats early on. They were hitting pretty good. I was rocking them and Death Sigil. And it was really, really exploding stuff. Pretty good. Pretty goodly doubly. Extrally goodly. Twisted Essence. Don't need that. No Sunday. Yeah, you have to take out like hundreds, if not like 1,000 tier 5 heralds to get a Sunder Charm. So maybe not thousands. Hundreds, we'll call it. Thousands, maybe a bit of an exaggeration. We got some ire. Let's go! Well, that was fast. It usually does not happen that fast, I'll tell you that much. Okay, keeping an eye open. Harold's got to be over here, huh? Where you at, Harold? There you are. I think he teleported away on me. Maybe we'll just in case. Don't want my Merc to get taken out. I don't want to lose the gold, to be honest. There he is. Hey, where are you going? Go running away. Vamp Races. Legendary. What, Dual Leech? Yeah. Soul Drainers. Cool to get some Dual Leech gloves, I guess. But besides that, another 20 to lifer, huh? Maybe when I do Ubers here, eventually I'll slap those on just to make some stuff up. Weaken on striking. Ooh. He's trying to get away. I know, right? This guy. Don't think so, Harold. Where did the portal go in Duriel anyways? Why didn't he drop any portals? I feel like when he's terrorized, he doesn't really drop all the portals. Did Blizzard state why they made Sunder's borderline unobtainable? I don't think that they thought they made him unobtainable. But yeah. I think that was a mistake. They made them more rare because they were just dropping everywhere. And part of the issue is having to do full game clears is the problem. You can't take an item that you and hide it behind having to break all immunities in the game because you have to do full game clears. But you can't do full game clears without a Sunder Charm. Unless you're an Echoing Strike Warlock, that is. They just didn't really... They want to push everybody into doing Terror Zones for some reason. I don't like it personally, but that's what they're trying to do. And, so they went, we want people to stay in games and stop making all these spamming, farming games over and over. So let's make them in Terror Zones, but then make them more rare. So you're taking something and making... That just makes it kind of impossible to find, so... I just think it was an oversight, pretty much. Scott said you got 3 Sunders this season. The problem with the Sunder Charms is that Yeah, like I'm gonna guess that you're playing Warlock and you got 3 Sunder Charms. So it kind of makes a situation where you can only play Hammerden or Warlock to start a season in order to get Sunder Charms, to then go to the other characters, and there's no other option, you know? That's kind of the biggest problem with it, I think. And I don't blame everybody for playing Warlock this season. I mean, I did too, right? Because, like, you can't go farm everywhere in the game. You can't do full game clears to get up to the high-level heralds. Yeah. In order to... unless you have a Sunder Charm or your Echoing Strike Warlock, that's busted, so... Yeah, Echoing Strike can kill everything. Echoing Strike can break immunities and just easily take out everything. It's the only build in the game that can break the immunities that would be immune against it, like, instantaneously from, like, the playthrough. You can break all immunities. Well, actually, the fire Warlock can break all the immunities too, actually. So the Warlock has multiple ways of doing it, actually, with different builds. And actually, the Summon Warlock can also break all immunities too, to its summons too, so on the playthrough as well, so. It can just blast everything automatically, but Echoing Strike's the most busted, yeah. 160, 40, 14 on a Gajeeds. Man, that's crazy. That's really close to good, huh? That's pretty good Geeds right there. Yeah, a bunch of people talking about, yeah, if you just bought Reign of Warlock, I completely understand everybody playing it, for sure. For sure. But also, imagine if you found... I mean, I guess, imagine any character... Boy, in 2 months, though, finding like 2 or 3 Sunder Charms, even if you could find them in a different way other than having to do full game clears, like... Because I'm thinking, imagine you want to start with like a Fire Druid, or you want to start with, you know, just any character that you want to get a Sunder Charm for. You're not going to find the one that works for your build, right? So you have to trade yours. Hopefully you get one that's worth something so you can trade it for the one that you do want. Yeah. I don't know. Sunder Charms are just a problem in amongst themselves. Really. And then that comes along with Terra Zones are the problem too, because then people feel like they have to farm Terra Zones. Yeah, it's just Terra Zones and Sunder Charms in general are just a problem. Sloth said as soon as you've seen the gem and rune page, instantly bought the DLC. Yeah, it's pretty legit. It's pretty legit for sure. Pretty legit. Spooky Zen said they didn't drop too much before. They did for sure, yeah. They definitely did. I just fully disagree with that. Pretty much everybody just completely stopped picking them up at a certain point on, like, especially single player and stuff, or towards the end of seasons. Or people would pick them up, and then when they could actually pick it up, they'd throw it on the ground back down without identifying it. Because if you could pick it up and you have a Geeds in your inventory already, you can't pick up another Geeds. So if you can pick it up, you know it's a Sunder Charm. They'd pick it up, and then if they could pick it up, they'd throw it back down because they knew it wasn't something they wanted. Or, at best, people would pick it up, ID it, see if it was perfect. If it was like 71 or 2, or anything other, they'd just throw it back on the ground. D4 the problem. D4 bad, D4 the problem. Yeah, D4 is not great, but, I mean, it's not the worst game ever made. Like, what did I do out here? Let me double check and see if I had any more tombs out here to do. Barrener Star yesterday. Thing looks like a good item. Used to be the goat for what, Smiter Pallies back in the day? Good old Baroner.
Oh.
Sloth, when you say 5 Sunders to 1 Geeds, you're saying that's what you used to get back in the day? I think I did this one already, right? Yeah, I definitely got way more Sunder Chimes than I did Geeds, like way more than that personally. If in a Terror Zone too, though, because I wasn't doing Terror Zones like all the time or anything. But if I was blasting just Terror Zones, it was probably like 20 to 1, maybe more. What I kind of seen it would be anyways. Just kind of anecdotal, like, guesstimation, so. Who's killer? If Sunder Charm drop at the rate that... Wait. If Sunder Charms drop at the rate that Phil can get Sir Runes, it'd be a good drop rate. I know you're kind of... Actually, to be honest, to make people happy, that'd be way too low, but... It is one of those situations, in my opinion, that just having them drop so readily, so that essentially once you beat the game, everyone automatically gets a Sunder Charm, the exact type of Sunder Charm they want, because so many drop all the time. Going from that to now it's going to be super hard to find, like... as hard to find as like a Griffin's Eye, is just like a huge, like, jarring change, you know? Really, it's like a jarring change. Especially when you make that change and also you add in the Warlock that's so busted and it can clear everything in the game so easy that it makes every other character seem like it stinks. You know? That having those two changes together was also pretty jarring. So... Bradley saying D4 got you into Diablo. To be honest, seeing D2R add to the game Game Pass made me really want to try it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I forgot about that. Yeah, Game Pass D2R. Well, glad to hear you're kind of interested in D2R at least. Great to hear. Time we got here. Only 1 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I got all day to be playing. Bruce. Not all day, but I got a lot of time. Harold. Not all day, but I got a lot of time. Got to get off at the regular time to go pick up the kiddo from school. Play mostly solo online ladder. Sunders weren't that common for me, but I only did the GG Terror Zones. Gotcha. Yeah. So if you're playing online solo farming, yes, you're not going to find as many. They were definitely players count dependent for sure. That sounds like, if you play online solo, sounds like a person who would love offline single player. Love it. Sloth saying if D4 gets people to play D2, then D4 good. Ooh. No Sunder is like take candy from a baby for some people. No Sunder is like take candy. I'm not sure the way that's worded, Pat. I can't quite understand what you're saying there. Or like you saying that's how people want Sunders to be as easy as taking candy from a baby is, I think, what you're saying, maybe. Forever Ella, no, you tried D3 for a few hours, never tried D4? Yeah, I want to get back. I want to try another D3 play there. Am I a Slayer fan, like the band? They're okay. I'm not gonna say I'm some huge fan. I have 1.4 million gold. Oh, in the share stash. I know some of the stuff, but I'm not a huge mega fan. You know, just a couple of the favorites. Smulps, it is true. It's hard to balance the game around all the different play styles. It is, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I am anti-change guy. But also, it's kind of, it could like also kind of not be, because if the drops, well, it is but isn't. What I'm trying to say is, if the drops aren't based upon players count for certain things that they add in, you will eliminate a variable that makes it very difficult for people to find things. Very difficult to balance things, I should say. If you make it based upon magic find and kill speed, and you eliminate the players count aspect of it, it would be much easier. Kind of like how, like Tyrael's Might before Terror Zones, the players count literally did not affect you finding Tyrael's Might or D-Web or anything, right? Except for it made you if you killed, actually higher players counts were worse, because then it would take longer to clear the monsters that you needed to drop them, because they could only drop from the unique stuff. The introduction of Terror Zones were a problem. The introduction of yeah, the drops from Terror Zones were the introduction, was the problem, really. Let's clear some more of this. Maybe we can get a thing to drop. Yeah, that's my take on it. If there were no Terror Zones and they didn't, and they made like a Sunder Charm and they made it a TC87 item, the way that Tyrael's Might is, it doesn't have as many variables, so you would only be able to find it from the 87 monsters in the TC, in the 85 areas, so TC 87 monsters, right? So Terror Zones are the issue. Yeah. Let's see, what was I going to do here? I think I was going to terrorize Act 1. Keep going from that. That's my opinion. Feel free to have your own, but in TC Andy drop D-Web. If she's high enough level, yeah. Yep. We'll go with an Act 1 now. Sure, why not? MIW, Motionless White Slaps Hard. We were talking about that a little bit back, but yeah, totally. Totally. Let's see if we can force spawn a Herald down here. Oh, about to do the Den of Evil quest. No, I'm not even gonna take these monsters out. Oh. Hey, can you go? Yeah, taking out monsters doesn't really get the Herald to spawn. You just need to spawn in packs of monsters realistically. Oh. Okay, why did that go away? Where's my guy at? Corpse fire. That usually always works. Got back after 20 minutes. Had to restock on some snacks. Nice. Nice, Zell. See, I want to play my Poison Nova in single player, so I guess I will have to kill Andy for a while then. I mean, Poison Nova Necro, not great for farming Andy, but yeah, you'll need a character. I'd have to do the math in my head, but if your character's like, probably if your character is like 85 or higher than Andy, but the higher your player's level is, essentially, there is a top-off point, but if your character's like in the 90s, you'll have a much higher chance of finding super rare stuff from TZ Andy. When's the patch? I think it's going to be the new season, but I don't know for sure, but the most logical time would be the beginning of the next season. Let's see. Marcus says some packs in the lower level of Mephisto there can drop D-Web, but Mephisto can't. Yeah, I do believe it's accurate that Mephisto cannot drop D-Web. I don't know what level the area is down there or whatever, so I don't know for sure. I'll take your word on it. Of course, not with the Poison Nova. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, and it's not just FYI. So a D-Web even from TZ Andy, if you're super high level, far from guaranteed. You could farm TZ Andy for like 10,000 runs and not get a D-Web. You know what I mean? Like just luck of the draw, right? So. Come on. Give me one quick second here. Oh my. Endurance level 3 is 83. I'm not sure. Never looked into it. Never looked into it. And that is a fact. Any good drops so far today? Some kind of good stuff. Nothing quite YouTube thumbnail shock face worthy, but I might go grab a snack here real quick in a sec. Speaking of, my daughter's gonna be so mad at me. I cut her up an apple to take for a snack today, and I forgot to put it in her backpack. Awkward. Hopefully they have like a reserve snack for kids that don't have a snack or something. Because she's gonna want a snack, I guarantee it. The dad of the year right here. Opinion on abusing Nage's Puzzler and paying or using runes and gems to repair. Brendan, why would you say that using an item in Diablo 2 is considered abusing it? Just the way you worded that is very odd to say. That'd be like, what? Do you think you should be able to abuse using Insight on your mercenary to get your mana to regen? Like, that's just a weird way to say it, you know what I mean? Like, do you think it's worth abusing teleport on the sorceress to be able to move around faster before you have Enigma? You know, it's just like a weird way to say, like, you're just using an item in the game, you know what I mean? Just a weird. But I'm perfectly fine with it, I can tell you that much. Perfectly fine with it. Good old Aegis, which is oh no, what is this? What is it again? I forget. I know what it is. Medusa's Gaze. So it's like a rare one, but of course not great, but yeah. A rare one, but not used a lot. But hey, if you want a 100% chance of level 44 Nova when you die. Not PTR, no. This is just offline single player. Regular offline single player. Stop abusing left click. Yeah, it's just kind of a weird way to word it, I guess. Offline single player, yeah. Echoing strike still broken. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, this is not PTR. What am I looking for? It's so expensive to... Yeah, I definitely just use the gold because... I mean, gold in this game, you pretty much have an infinite amounts of it all the time because you have auto gold pickup and stuff. So it is what it is. I don't know. But I don't view that as abusing anything. I would never ever use Ort runes to repair, that's for sure. Alright. I feel like that joke's played its course. Ad jail. Sorry for the Twitch ads. Level 2 already. Should I go around to whatever their thing is? What do you do with 99 orts? What do you do with 70 quintillion gold that you don't even have to pick up? You just like accidentally walk over it all the time, and your character just picks it up, and you easily repair everything with it. You know, like, I don't know. Cube up all the orts to Zod, I guess. Like, cube them up to burrs and jaws and stuff. Gamble? Well, you don't get anything from gambling. You literally get nothing ever from gambling, so why would I do that? Thunderchar, or I mean, 45 life skiller. Oh, but I do need to keep that. Actually, I need to start keeping some of those for the reasons I said before. I gotta remember. Oh, I just ran out of Ellie charges. The thing is you would not have 99 orts if you constantly used them to repair your charges on Telestaff. Like, I probably would have went through, how many, you think I probably would have went through probably 50 orts already to just today. Probably 50 of them repairing my Telestaff. You do not find Ort runes at the same amount of speed at which you teleport, you know? So, that's the one thing I will tell you. Not even close. Yeah, if you say so, Marcus, you get all these great circlets and stuff. I've gambled probably like 30,000 circlets, and I've probably never gotten one worth of high runes. So it's like, I don't know. You gamble all you want. I never get anything good. Also, the gambling community on offline single player, it's very small. It's like minute. Not a lot of not a lot of trading on a single player. Hardly any. 36 life, GC from LK today. Poison and bone. Nice. A good skill too. That's the good part. You get the life and you get a good skill. It's a nice feeling. You know what else is good? Hitting the like button. On YouTube, that is. Single player PvP scene, yeah. It's like, well, the thing is I actually never lose, so undefeated, never lost. Dude, where was I? I'm just gonna take like a 30-second break here. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack. And you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna go make some coffee in my Sweet Phil coffee mug. Coffee, snack. I'm gonna grab a hoodie too because I am freezing. So I'm gonna be right back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yo! Coffee and snack initiated. Oh. Eating my daughter's apples that I got her for snack that I didn't give to her. Parent of the year, am I right? Revised and Ellen O talking to you like watching on Twitch more. Nothing wrong with that. That's why we got both of them fired up. G-Sax called it. I'm gonna eat my daughter's sliced apples. Actually, they're my sliced apples that I usually allow her to eat. But I forgot. They're gonna be bad by tomorrow anyways after you slice them up, so. Do I eat cake? Not really, Gold Magic Vine. I don't really like dessert. Not really a dessert fan. Why not? I mean, what if I did? What am I doing here? Let's go over it. Turbo G-Man. Found 9 Shaco. Still missing my Arachnids, Mesh, and High Lords. Gotcha. Yeah, it depends what you farm a lot, I guess. And there's always just RNG, of course. But if you did a lot of Andarl farming, I guess that could easily happen. I don't know the disparity in rarity of those 3 items for sure, but because there's yeah. Cool. Sloth sounds like you're a cake enjoyer. Yeah, it's just not my thing. I don't really like really sweet stuff. Like if I eat apples, for me, because I don't eat a lot of sweet stuff, apples taste incredibly sweet to me, like super sugary. Like stuff that's really sugary, like fruit that's real sugary, almost gives me an upset stomach, to be honest. Like, what are some things that are really sweet fruit? Like pineapple and stuff? Even apples sometimes, if they're just a real sugary one, will like upset my stomach. Mangoes? I don't really eat mangoes. I don't really eat a ton of fruit because, like I said, they're sugar, so I don't really eat them a lot. Just don't like it. I mean, there's some stuff with sugar in it I do like, I guess. I mean, like pop is good, pap. But yeah, I don't know. Bananas aren't too sweet. They're fine. Instead of nerfing Warlock, they should get rid of Dolls and the Durance of Hate. That's almost the same thing. Yeah, Toon says meat only. There you go. Full carnivore. No, I prefer a beer for dessert or something. Cake and beer together don't mix well. Gold Magic Find said you got exotic. Well, yeah, you're from the Philippines, right? There's always this different. It's crazy. There's all these fruits. It's not that crazy, but yeah, in places like that, there's all these fruits that like we've never heard of in the United States. Big giant things that are like half the size of your body, and you cut it open, and there's these big giant, like grapefruit-sized hunks inside that you rip out, and crazy stuff. Yeah, jackfruit. That is a name off the top of my head I did know. But I've been watching a few entertainment-y type things on YouTube lately. I've kind of it's kind of something I've watched on and off, I guess, but different there was some food guy that goes around to different countries and stuff, and their cuisines and stuff. Avocado ice cream? I'll pass on that. I'm not a big ice cream fan anymore either. When I was a kid, I used to crush ice cream. I just kind of grew out of it. I don't know. I mean, what kid doesn't like junk, like stuff like that, though, right? A kid doesn't like cake and ice cream when they're a kid, right? Where's the way out of here, bro? Am I blind? That was the Cold Plains. So now we're in the Stony Field. Oh, I gotta find the... I'm so dumb. The underground passage. Usually it's either in the wall or there's a cave. Okay, I'm kind of talking to myself here. I was just like lost my brain for a second. All right, where is it at? It's gonna be right here, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. I just missed it when I came through here. Oh well. Deep says, remember being able to eat a large blizzard? Now you can barely eat a small. Yeah, it is kind of true. Not that it's like I couldn't do it now, I guess, but like when I was a kid, I would I was like 8. Double quarter pounder with cheese meal at McDonald's. Just crush it. And I'm sure over time they actually probably made things smaller now. But now if I got a double quarter pounder meal, I'd be like, ugh, like after I ate it, you know? I could eat it. Now, I wouldn't be like sick, but like, you know, I'd just be like, I'd be real full. But back in the day, I'd eat like a double quarter pounder meal before I like went and played a basketball game. Okay, so we got a spawned up Herald somewhere down here. Somewheres. Over here. Knew it. More good items from a Herald. Guardian Naga Naga. How do we get out of here? Way up here, wasn't it? Didn't I already do Dark Woods? Yeah, I must have done it a long time ago, huh? Did I find a Sunder Charm this ladder? No. Since they changed the Sunder Charms, I never found one. Never found one. I didn't just like blast Terra Zones extensively though, because I'm not really a big fan of Terra Zones. It's kind of boring to run Terra Zones, to be honest. Just going from one zone that's incredibly like lacks density to another zone that lacks density to another zone that lacks density, you know, it's just like well, you know what? I need a sip of coffee from the Sweetville coffee mug that you get from the merch store in the description on YouTube. Ah, yeah, it's so good out of this cup. Also, exclamation merch from the bot. You want a link there? Cryptic Axe, is that any good? Running out of room here. Let's go ahead and... Can't see if it's ethereal hiding under there. Can a poison necro beat heralds? That'd be a tough one. Can't say for sure. I've never tried that before. Did I ever figure out why I wasn't feeling good? Not the doctors never did, no. I honestly think what happened was, and I don't know why doctors can't figure this out based upon what I told them, but I think what happened was I got like a sinus infection from like seasonal allergies, essentially. Basic. And then it caused my head to hurt a ton because my sinus infection was so bad. And then I think that sinus infection went because like everything in here is like semi-connected. Long story. But I think I got a really bad ear infection. And that my ear now is messed up from this super severe ear infection. So, I honestly think it was just that's what happened. Like, the doctor should have been able to figure that out based on what I told him, but... I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I have brain tumors or something, but... Oh, no, I can see plain as day. It's not ethereal. Still don't feel great, but... No, that's what the ear, nose, and throat doctor, the next thing he has me going to do is, I gotta look into it a little bit, because... The next thing the ear, nose, throat doctor has me doing is going to get a scan to see if I have, tumors on my... nerve coming from my brain into my ear or something, and I'm like, really? Like, I mean, obviously, if you think that could be what's happening, like, sure, I want to get it checked because that's like crazy, but like, really? I don't know. Like, if you go to the doctor and they're like, yeah, you need to go get your head scanned to make sure you don't have tumors. Like, you don't really want to be like, nah, I don't really want to. That might cost me a lot of money, right? But, like, Jesus. So I'll probably just go do it just to be, because obviously, but I'll have to pop that level. Yeah, true story, true story. The last thing you want to hear from your doc? Yes, yeah. I'm like, are you sure you can't just give me some antibiotics and then, you know, couldn't the fact that I've been dizzy for weeks and have headaches, couldn't that just be a sinus infection? Figure out where I'm going to put them points at later. Probably, I think they start going over onto Blood Oath, huh? Don't really need more damage, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Sure. Gold Magic Find. I honestly don't even remember. What other character? Probably none of the other ones, to be honest. Because, I mean, if you can't break all immunities, you can't really farm Terra Zones to farm Heralds at all, so you pretty much can't even do Heralds on any other character except for Echoing Strike. Hammered in, of course. You can as well, but... Adams, you say you got tubes after you had ear infections? Yeah, that's what... I mean, a lot of people have told me stories like that and stuff too, but, like, I don't know. I guess I just have bad, like, experience with doctors and stuff. Like, it just never... I don't know. Like, I'm almost getting to the point where I feel like you have to go into the doctor and just tell them what you think it is and tell them what you want them to do, and then they just sign a paper to give you what you know, what you want to try, pretty much. Oh no. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I mean, 11 max is kind of interesting. Oh, stamina. Ha! I was like, what? 11 max. Last meeting of the day. Congrats on that. So, said it. You sounds like you had a similar issue, and they just like guess something and send you away. Yeah, pretty much. My main doctor was like, "Yeah, you say your ear hurts. I don't see any signs of an ear infection, so I don't know. Yeah, why don't you just go home, and if it still hurts in 2 or 3 weeks, why don't you come back and let me know?" I'm like, okay, because it hurts so bad and my head hurts so bad that I can't work. So, like, sorry, yeah, that's just no signs of an ear infection or anything. So I'm like, could it be something else? Maybe. I don't know. See ya. Pay at the door. Thank you. Then he bills your insurance $1,200. Yeah, probably. Probably. Wouldn't doubt it. Skill tree guide. Got guides on my channel there. Adrian, I can't read that, but Adriana Linadoda, something like that. Yeah, I got guides on my channel all about the build and stuff. I'm to Canada. Yeah, I mean, maybe one day we'll get insurance, we'll get health coverage, like something like that. But 528, 528, superior 4-socketed 13. Yeah, whatever. Echoing Strike absolutely can wreck Ubers, Josh. Yeah. Yep. Just absolutely wreck. Easily. With, like, budget garbage gear. Whoops. What did I just hit? Didn't mean to hit that again either. I mean, I don't want to go too far into why everything's the way it is in my country, healthcare wise. I mean, I don't like talking political stuff all that much on stream, but basically it comes down to corruption. People who make a lot of money, the way the healthcare system is the way it is now, they will no longer be able to make easy money and a lot of it as fast as they can right now if they change the medical system and stuff. So, and they give a lot of money to politicians. So, hey, don't change the laws, and yeah, I'll give you $5 million towards your campaign next year type situation. So. Unfortunately, I don't have $5 million to bribe a politician to... So. Whoop. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Now, what else do we have for Act 2? Prepare this real quick. Yeah, Adams, not quite. Not quite. I don't even make $1 million from streaming Diablo 2, actually. I know it's probably... Everyone's like, what? But not even $1 million. Come on, we got any monsters around here or what? Nice. Sabre. Josh says you wishes you could pay out of pocket to go to the doctor. Boy, you wouldn't if you... Only someone from a country that had you know, medicine like that would say something like that. So we just switched our insurance recently. This year. We used to have insurance for the 3 of us. It was like $800 a month to cover 3 people. And to go to the doctor, I had to pay $50 out of pocket anytime I went to the doctor. We have better healthcare now. My wife took a job that was way more hours so that we could get healthcare. And she still pays like $650 or whatever, about that much per month out of her paycheck. But the coverage is way better through the work, so yeah. Now my copay is only $20 at the doctor, yeah, instead of $50 after, you know. Wait, I already cleared the pits? When did I do this? I don't even remember doing the pits. Don't even remember. Yes, I did, though. How long after the booking time? You mean like when you walk in the door and you sit there until you get into the doctor? I mean, it depends. If you have an appointment, it's usually not too crazy. Whether you can get an appointment or not, that's a different story. Like, sometimes it takes a few days before you can get in for like a regular doctor. If it's a specialist, it's like a week minimum, unless you get super lucky. Sometimes you can like call in the morning and be like, hey, did anybody cancel today? And then they can like, oh yeah, someone canceled at 2:35 today, and you can get in, you know, so. Go to the hospital and wait 12 hours, don't even see a doctor. Well, yeah, if you go to the hospital here, you'll never see anybody. You'll sit in the waiting room for like you said, 8 or 12 hours or something. You won't see nobody. Like, unless you're like bleeding out on the floor. Yeah. But if you go to the hospital in the United States, it'll cost you like $1,000. If you go to the hospital. If you go to the hospital and they're like, yeah, you have a cold. You have health coverage that you pay $800 a month for. All right, that covers some of the hospital bill, so you only owe us like $800. That's how it works in the United States. Yeah, you don't want to go to the hospital. That's a disaster. TRICARE. What's TRICARE necessarily? I don't know everything about everything. Yeah, if you end up getting hundreds of thousands worth of stuff, that's where insurance will save your butt, like huge, of course. Because then, you know, you'll only have like $2,500 max out of pocket for in certain surgeries and stuff, and every health coverage thing is different, so it's really hard to even fully explain, like, you know, what everything's going to cover or whatever. Solution being rich? Well, yeah, that'll fix everything, for sure. Josh says, where you live, the hospital is the only option. There's no doctors. That's strange, I guess. That is strange. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, they call it Quistin. Oh, man, some of these names. People go into Brazil or other countries to get procedures. Yeah, medical tourism, they call it, because nobody like it's hard to afford in the United States. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. It's cheaper and better care in other countries. Yeah. Yep. Manold from the High Council. Hype! Window Licker. Congrats on the Manold! Legend. Lions gonna make the playoffs this year? The Lions are gonna win the playoffs this year. Lions are gonna crush it this year. The biggest thing, the problem with the Lions last year was, they held on to their offensive coordinator too long, to be honest. They should have fired that guy so much faster. He was calling such bad plays. Like, I'm sitting here, like, looking at the screen, and I'm just like, what are you doing? He was so bad. I forget his name now, but... We got Iyer. I'll try to remember. You say Alan, you say. Okay, I'll try to remember. Yeah, let's go get some scrolls since I... Fishaholic, get out of here. You're fired. Lions are gonna kill it this year. Go Pistons, maybe? Ooh, Pistons are great too, right? Yeah, Marty, you might be right. Not the best time to travel. Plane tickets prices up. Other things. But yeah. Other things. Them Pistons, though, yeah. Greatest comeback of all time in the series against Orlando. Maybe not of all time, but... 2 sockets, yeah, bum. Thomas, yo!
At Tomas Canova 3,725 donated
Thank you so much.
€5 through Super Chat. Still, you are a legend. Keep this game alive.
Thank you so much. Will do. And thank you for the generosity. Tomas, you legend. Ooh. Absolute Giga Chad. Appreciate you. Level 3. There, find some more monsters finally. I think I got it. I got 1 Iyer stack, right? So can you walk around? Can you? Jeez. All for a 1-stocketed troll nest. Legendary. You know what the main thing with sports coming up, what I really want to happen is I need to do good in fantasy football this year. This keeper league I've been in for a while, like I feel like I've gotten unlucky a few times here. And then compile that with a few poor choices. Which, I mean, if you get unlucky and you make poor choices, makes it tough. Makes it tough to win. Tough to win. I do kind of need to figure out my keepers too, because man, Bijan is a no-doubter keeper. You can keep 3 players, no round cost. I don't know. Not everyone's a fantasy football player in here. I know. But I do love fantasy football, so we'll chat about it. So I'm probably going to keep Malik Neighbors because he was killing it until he tore his ACL last year. And then the last one I have to figure out. I forget my other options. Brian Thomas Jr. I thought it was a locked and loaded keeper for a good time, but now he stinks. I forget who else I have there that I could keep. I'd have to look it up. I forget who it is now. Oh yeah, I think it's going to be Trey McBride, actually. I think. No. Okay, 2 monsters. Thank you for the density down here. Appreciate it. God. Error zones. Whatever. Whatever. Fishaholic, it's a very dumb comment. I'm just going to throw it out there. Very dumb comment. Who agrees? Who agrees? Let me know in the comments. But of course I know that's what you were going for, so really me saying it was a dumb comment is like a compliment. Harold! I don't know which way he spawned, so I gotta figure it out. Important question. No, it's not. Nope. We'll clear the whole area, so we'll find him eventually, I guess. Must be the other way. Oof. Aww. Just wrecked. Poor Emilio. Can't really see. I don't really want to walk in here and just get wrecked. There we go. There he is. It's under char. Oh no. Just trash. Harold 1, Emilio 0. Yeah, that was unfortunate for Mr. Emilio there. Could go for some good boots too. I don't think I've really found a good pair yet. Guess we'll go get our Emilio back. They keep resurrecting these the minions that are strong. Because woof, right? Warlock Abyss need nerf. Hard to say if it needs a nerf. I think they are bringing that stuff down a little bit. There's a bug with miasma chain anyways that they're fixing, which is essentially a nerf if they fix that. It's just crazy that they made this character. It's not that crazy actually, but they made this character and they gave it everything. It has every type of like ability in the whole game, you know. No, you don't have to make any type of sacrifices. You got magic damage. You can break all immunities with the... And they're getting rid of Curse, so you're not going to be able to break all immunities with this. I believe, as long as they stick with the PTR anyways, but... You know. You have the mobility skill. You got... It's just crazy. You got the summons. You got just everything. You got the shield. Like bone armor. Just everything. Corpse explosion. Just everything. What's a thing that's good in Diablo 2? Give it all to the Warlock. Yeah. Is it really a nerf if it's a bug fix? If we're, I don't feel like squabbling over whether something is technically a nerf or not. If they make a change and the character gets weaker, everybody's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, they nerfed it! It sucks!" No, just like they did when Firewall was double ticking the damage on accident. They removed the double tick on Firewall, and everyone said, "Oh, they nerfed it! Now it's garbage! Oh gosh, why would they do that?" So, if they make a change the way that it is currently, so that in the future it is less effective, it's going to be considered a nerf, you know. So that's what I call it. That's the way I look at it. If other people want to call it other things, that's up to them. If they want to, you know, actually technically it's not a nerf because of this, and you know, whatever. But yeah, that's the way I call it a nerf if it lowers the effectiveness of the skill or ability or whatever. Where were we? Up here. Okay. It needs find. Yeah, if Warlock had find item, it'd have everything, right? You already can teleport around like this for free. Viv's team, everything a nerf. Yeah, if it lowers the effectiveness, nerf. If it raises the effectiveness, boost. Buff. Easy Andy, still the GOAT! Oh. Crown shield, though. Oh! Wowzy. Well, it's a new best for the Paladin for me, anyways. Oh, it's a crown shield. I was thinking it was royal shield. 44 superior, but it's a crown shield. Dang it. Oh well. Less exciting being that. Devastating. Got me good. Still can be used and is good, but not nearly as exciting as if it was because wouldn't the royal shield have much higher chance to block, I believe? A little more defense too, of course, but so if you looked into Act 5 Merc, I seen it, whatever. It's not new meta for the Warcry Barb. New meta. I'm always suspicious of anyone saying new meta, because obviously everybody is spam YouTube videos saying that to get more views, because if you say new meta, you'll get like 5x the views, so. I have seen it though. Not a ton though, but I haven't looked into it a ton, I should say. I don't know if I even want to keep that really. I have a 44, like that other one I found. I mean, it's more defense with a lower block chance. Doesn't have any sockets currently. Both 44s, actually. Farming Andy on normal, new meta. Exactly. Yeah, I would guess any of the changes coming at the beginning of the next season, but don't know for sure. But that's what I guess. Lower requirements, kind of, but this one's already low enough. Strength requirement's only 59. This one's this one actually has higher strength requirements, lower level, 59 to 65. But yeah. But yeah, let me take a quick glance at something. Ooh, Cold Plains coming up next. And we got some, okay, well. Yeah, I think I'm going to call her a day on the stream right there. Good stream length for me anyways. Appreciate y'all joining me. Thanks so much for hitting the like button. Any of the super chats today and stuff. New members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Means a lot. It's the only way I can keep doing this all the time is if you guys support the channel and watch, hit the like button in the videos and all that good stuff. So I appreciate y'all. But yeah, peace out. And don't forget to keep slaying. Ooh, yeah.